Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to Friday morning's Messages of Love from above. Hope everyone had an amazing week. And I'm just getting everything set up here, and we'll get into the readings. And let me just remove that. All right. Perfect. So none of the chat disappeared. Knock on wood. They've been doing very good about that. So that's always great. Okay. Looks like sound is good. All right. I think we are ready to jump in here. If you are new to my channel or do any of these readings, welcome. First of all, we got a great group of people with huge hearts and great senses of humor. Uh, Instructions on how everything works are down in the description box of the video. I do honor donations as an energy exchange and prioritize those, and all the deets, all the details are in the description box of the video. And happy Aries super full moon. Actually, woke up at exactly the time it was the full moon this morning, which was like just shy of 4 a.m. I went back to sleep. I haven't been awake all that time. But if you want to know more about what you can do with this super full moon energy in Aries, every Monday I do put out a Moon Day Monday video that talks about the energy of the moon for the week, and then any other type of fun information about the planets and things that stand out. And then also on Tuesdays, I have Take 10 with Zen Tuesdays. And I put out a video that's usually 10 minutes or less. Been going over here and there the last couple. Spirit's been wanting to add a little extra. So, they're in charge. But this week's was Toxic Them or Toxic Me. So it was a great subject. And Dajona, thank you. You're going to be up first for the free readings, and that was your question. So thank you for asking that. It was very informative. And then also, each week I have What's Up Wednesdays, where I put out a pick a card. This one is all about the Aries super full moon, when we ask what can be cleared, planted, and where is energy going to be invested in the next 3 to 6 months, or where does Spirit uh, want to let us know anything about that. So be sure to check that out. And also, we only have a few days left in September. Can you believe it? I can't. But here is the monthly drawing video. If you're interested in getting into one or two or three of the drawings, there's 3 different ways to enter the drawings. And you can check that out to see how you can get into those. And then lastly, excuse me. I do have 50% off for the rest of 2023. All my pre-recorded personal readings, my Hedges of Peace and Love, and also my Wish Upon a Star astro readings. All that information's listed in the description box down below. I'm going to be on for about 2 hours, and after that, at around 12:55 p.m. Mountain Time, I'll be heading off to my Praying Mantis member special reading session. I have one of those after every single one of my free readings, and on Thursday nights, last night, we have like 2 hours from 6 to 8 p.m. Mountain Time, where we uh, have Q&A about me, about spirit. We pull readings, we do past life readings, we do oracle cards, we do all sorts of fun stuff. So in addition to all that, you also get advanced access to a week in advance of my Moon Day Mondays, my Take 10 with Zen Tuesdays, and my What's Up Wednesdays. So you get advanced access to all that. It's $7.99 a month if you're interested. All that information is also in the description box of the video. All right, blah, blah, blah. So I come on a little early just to make sure everyone's aware of what is available. And we are going to get started. I have this wonderful new tarot deck that we're going to be using today. And one of my Praying Mantis members, Julia, thank you so much for sending and gifting this to me. So it's a beautiful, beautiful deck. I just received it a couple of days ago. So we're going to get into this. We used it last night and it's beautiful. So let me just shuffle them up here and we will get started here. And thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate all of your love and support. All the thumbs up already too on the video. It's something that everyone can do. It's free that you can do, and it helps spread the Zen love. You don't think, ah, it's a like. What is it going to do? But the YouTube algorithm just eats them all up, and it wants to automatically send my videos out as recommendations for others too. So that's something that everyone can do, and I definitely appreciate all of you that have done that already. So thank you. All right. So let me just scroll down a little more here. And there we go. So Dijona, you are up first. So let's take a look here. Let me shuffle one more time. And let us see here. What vibe do you give off in love? All right, let's take a look here and see what vibe does spirit want you to know that you give off with love. Wow, mixed messages here, Dijona. On one hand, you have the hermit card, which puts off this vibe of, you know what, I can be on my own, I can enjoy myself, and I'm on my, not, I don't necessarily that you come across as a huge introvert, but there's this energy of I can be by myself. And but the Knight of Wands is also like the fastest moving fiery horse on all too, which is a lot of passion. So I like this, not that it's hot and cold, but it can be a mixed messages depending on how you're feeling. Are you a Gemini? Maybe. What's your moon? But there's this I like this energy because uh it's like people who take you for granted learn the fast way that it's okay. I don't need to hang around you. And they're like, oh, wait, 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 wait. Not that you manipulate or anything, but they understand that, they just can't play games with you. And I like that. It's honest, it's real, and it's not a game player, and they understand, oh, okay, this isn't something to play games with, and I like it. It's very positive. So that's what's coming through for you, Dijona. Keep that up, because it's love is not for the faint of heart, right? When it comes to you, right? You're like, yeah, that's fine. But I like this. I like this feeling of being like I can be alone with spirit, on this inner journey, but I can also have passionate and be outgoing and fun and have this passion and romance. But it's that whole I don't need you, but I want you, but I don't need you. So don't, play games, right? So again, I like that. That's what they have for you, Dijona. So many blessings to you. And then NJ, hey NJ. uh, oh, I understand why you wanted answers last night. So sorry if you lost sleep. But Aries energy, boom, it's all fiery out there anyway. Um, Beautiful, beautiful, super full moon. I hope you guys all saw that. It's going to be still pretty full for the next couple days and impact us for a couple weeks. So be sure to check out those pick a cards on moon days because that energy is going to be with us for a little bit. All right. So someone told you that your boyfriend's interested in someone else. And that's why he's acting different with you. Is it true? Is there anyone else around? What should you do if that is true? All right, let's take a look here. See what is happening here. I don't see anyone else around here. We have the Temperance and the Seven of Wands. The Temperance is this, going back and forth, and it's this alchemy of things of growing, and it's a patience card. And when things slow down and change, it really turns us inward. We have the Seven of Wands here, which is normally, someone standing their ground, standing up on a hill, really uh, like refusing not to dim your light. And I feel like on one side of this energy is their energy, and this is about um, just a lot of stuff going on in their life. I almost feel like they're getting hit with all this stuff in their life that they're they're in like it sparks some fears, and I feel like it's like all over, right? Like both with family and work and some friends and this and that. I feel like they just have these things that are happening that are causing them to go inward, and they're when they are ignited into fear because their little inner child feels unsafe and out of control, it throws up all of these well, first of all, it throws its intelligent, loving, compassionate side out, and they're in fight or flight mode. They're either arguing or they're running away, right? And if this is the kind of difference that they're with you, they can't, the like the inner child that we revert to, that 2-year-old with our pet cat doesn't differentiate between, oh, you can come in. They're just like they push everyone away and go inward to try to feel safe and in control again. And I feel like that's kind of what is happening here with this temperance and the 7 of Wands, is they feel like they're having to defend their life. And so something's ignited them into fear. I don't feel like there's anyone else around. I feel like they've pushed everyone out. Um, and whenever this happens to us, and when this message comes in for you about understanding patience and that things take time to unfold, and the 7 of Wands is like not dimming your light. The reason things slow down and we realize everything that happens in life does happen for us, then we realize that this is a great opportunity for us to understand, what is my fear. If even if there were, I don't feel like there is, but even if there was someone else around and they're interested in someone else, that's not about us. One of the big ahas and experiences we realize is when we define ourselves by relationships in the outside world, we feel unstable because people are unstable or situations are unstable, like jobs, education. Things are unstable, like our bodies, our bank accounts, our possessions. People pass away, people walk away, people change, and if we define ourselves by that, that's why we feel so rocky and unstable. And life is designed to teach us through all those things, that when we look and experience that instability, and we come down here to experience what it might feel like to feel unstable, because our higher self, who we really are, is, uh, you know, has the stability and the unconditional eternal love of the Creator. That's our true worth. But we come down here and pretend, define yourself by this unstable, ever changing, unpredictable outside world. Well, then our worth feels unstable, and unpredictable, and all of that. So it's an opportunity for us to go, all right, I can't control anyone else's emotions, thoughts, beliefs. Anything in the outside world is out of our control. The only thing that we can control is ourselves, our own stories, our own emotions, our own energy, and our own physical actions. And then we can realize their actions don't mean anything about me. I get to decide that. And so what we learn a lot is through this, experience, right? We get to look at the mirror and just let them be who they're going to be. We let the world be what it is, and we can change our story of what we're applying to everything. I did have 3 out of my 5 relationships. People went outside the relationship that was supposed to be committed and, supposed to be. And it's like, okay, you showed me, you know, some stuff, when I went through it. And again, I don't feel like they are, but I feel like the fear of it is what you are designed with this situation to look at and understand about yourself. Because um, after I went through all those, in hindsight, spirit, doing my shadow work, spirit was like, "What did you learn?" I go, "People are jerks," and they're like, "No." That's not what you were learning. And I'm like, well, what was I learning? And they go, well, how did you cheat? And I'm like, I was, faithful. I never cheated on any of them. What do you mean? And they're like, well, how did you cheat on yourself? I'm like, what? And they're like, well, looking for your worth is self-worth, inward and upward. And it's like, that's where you define it, but you were defining yourself by them. So you were cheating on yourself with them. And I'm like, wow. And it's really amazing because it was so true. It's like I was trying to define myself by all my relationships, and they were showing me what I wanted to see about myself. So when you realize that things don't happen to us, they happen for us, we start looking at things differently. And then we're like, okay, they're going to be and do whatever they're going to do, but I define what it means about me. They don't. So I feel like it's an important soul lesson and life lesson that's coming through here. So hopefully that makes sense, NJ. I'm glad you're laughing. So you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And so if you've had it happen before, I understand where the fears come from. I know for me, I learned it very young, even in my mother's womb, because my dad had gone outside the marriage in between my older brother and me. There's only two of us. Um, and so even in the womb, my mom had fears about him leaving, going outside the relationship and everything like that. And so it's like you grow up with this, and we all do. I think we see it in our society. We're taught, oh, dun dun dun. If they cheat on you or do something else, then what does that mean about me? It means I'm unworthy. Otherwise, they wouldn't drift. But as my mom learned eventually, after I think they were over 20 years of marriage, and then they divorced, that it's amazing how my father wasn't happy on the inside, and so he was looking for happiness on the outside. And wife number two and number three and girlfriends in between didn't make him happy. And I told my mom, obviously, it wasn't you, because otherwise he'd have stopped at number two. But they didn't. And so happiness happens on the inside, right? Yeah. Yeah, your heart dropped, right? It's your heart goes into panic mode and fear. What does that mean about me? And it's like, it doesn't mean anything about me. This is about people finding their happiness. And it's a wonderful mirror because like my mom, she learned, she goes like, I was looking for my happiness outside me too. And I'm like, ding, 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 there's the mirror, wow, so she saw that. She was like, wow, and it just really opened up her heart and her mind, realizing, I don't need someone else to do anything particularly to make me feel good about me. I choose my worth, self-worth. That's retail price on the outside world, right? What other people do and how other people define us is about, them, right? It's about, um, what's going on with them, and it's constantly changing, right? So hang in there. You're not alone, definitely. I mean, everyone in every relationship, we all fear rejection of some sort, either from a mate, from parents, from friends, from work, from God, from whatever. Our ultimate fear at our core is the fear of being rejected and not being enough. Yeah. You are very welcome, NJ. So hang in there. Sending you lots of love. All right. And then Rishi, you'll be my next free reading, but I do have a donation. Thank you, Mia Mia, for your donation. I am doing well, dear. How are you? Do you want to know F's deep feelings for you after your next meeting? Seeing you again after a long time. All right. Let's take a look here and see what Spirit wants you to know here. What else? All right. So two, two, and two looks like here. All right, let's see what the first two are here. Yeah, so you want to know their deep, deep feelings, right? And they've got the Five of Pentacles. So they've got this history of abandonment, feeling abandoned, being left out in the cold, being left behind. This goes back to their childhood. And I feel like they've been working on this with the Eight of Pentacles, because this is putting in the blood, the sweat, and the tears, and seeing what you've created, and you're ready to, head off into this wonderful, um, their journey. So they are been working on themselves, and I feel like that is an important thing to start off here. We're going to look at their feelings for you specifically, But this 8 of Pentacles with this 5, this is the outside world with the Pentacles, and it does show that they've been making this movement, they have been making this, progress because of their inner work, so I do like that. Alright. Yep, we do see here with the 9 of Wands and the 8 of Cups. 8 of Cups is leaving behind emotions and people that no longer serve them and heading off here to the star, which is the 9 of Cups, is wish fulfillment. And the 9 of Wands, so we've got them heading off to the 9 of Cups and the 9 of Wands. So whatever the barrier has been that has been keeping them kind of trapped from moving forward, they've been really working on these things, and I like this. I mean, you've got the 8 of Pentacles, which is them heading off to the 9 of Pentacles. Get the 8 of Cups heading off to the 9 of Cups, and then the 9 of Wands. So they have been doing this important inner shadow work and the understanding of who they are. And I feel like that's all important to know, that the 9 is the hermit's journey too. And with like this energy of one 9 and heading off into two more, I feel like they're still in the process and they're still doing a lot of inner reflection, and they're still kind of to themselves. So after your next meeting and seeing you again after a long time, I feel like there might, not that they're going to feel distant here, yeah, um, but that you're going to see them as different. Definitely here with the death and the rebirth card coming in, it's like they're a renewed person, and the 2 of Swords is going to be this closing the mind and opening the heart. And even the dragonflies here representing transformation. They've had this real aha of thought and belief and mindset. And so you're going to see him as a different person. Of course, you're not the same person you were either, but you're just going to kind of see, like, okay, who is this individual? They're not, they look like the person that they were. And maybe they've altered their appearance a little bit too, I feel. But I just feel like, yeah, because below the surface here, yeah, see, they still have a lot of stuff going on here. Yeah, and even with the Empress here, because beneath the surface, they've got the 7 of Swords, which is them discovering what of their own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets used to deceive them. They got the High Priestess. That's where they're doing that deep diving into their subconscious and everything. Um, connect, going behind the scenes, above and below. And Ace of Cups is, they're on this journey of discovering their self-love here with the Empress too. Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, nurturing themselves, new births. So yeah, I feel like that their deep feelings for you, I don't even feel like they are having deep feelings for uh, a lot of things or others, because they're discovering their deep feelings for themselves. And I've kind of, with all of these cards, they are in this like threshold of really self discovery and finding out who they want to be, what they want to do, finding their, capital T truths about their life and everything else. So I don't feel like they're on this I don't know if they, if it doesn't even, it doesn't feel like they've, it's like they've poured out their romance and feeling for like their love and um attraction for others. It's almost like they've poured that out and then washed the cup out and they have it drying. I don't know why they're showing me this. They're because they're showing me a sink, a kitchen sink, and that they cleaned out all of that. It's like the Ace of Cups. They're cleaning out all the self-love and all the other love they had. They kind of just poured it, and it's turned upside down, drying in the little drainer, and they're just like in this self-reflective period where they're like, I'm happy with me right now, and I'm not looking for love, I'm not looking for anything else, because they're on this super self-love discovery, which is interesting, right? So that's what's coming in there. I know it's gonna be like, "Okay, this is gonna be interesting here," right? It's gonna be like, "Okay, alright, this is different. Who are you?" It's like Invasion of the Body Snatchers. You look like so and so, but you're not there anymore. I feel like they've done this huge bing, aha type of thing that has come in there. So hopefully that makes sense, Mia Mia. But that's what's coming in right now. So many blessings to you. And just get to discover who this new person is, right? It's like meeting someone new in a way. So that's what's coming in. So many, many blessings. Again, thank you for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. I'm just going to take a quick sip here. All right. And Patty, thank you so much for your donation. And you want to know, what does Spirit want you to know about your future? All right. Let's take a look here. Okay, I wanted that one first, and that one, and then that one. Let's see what else we got here. I'm loving these cards. They're so beautiful. And even on these sides, I don't know if it's going to come in as vibrant and beautiful, but there's beautiful pinks and these greens really stand out. More so in person, it's almost like a little limey. But I love this because that's the heart chakra, right? Pink and green. Green is the heart chakra, the human heart chakra, and pink is the higher heart, and all these purples too. So let's take a look here and see what we've got here. So you got the Five of Pentacles, and I like this for you. The energy that's coming through for here is a big, they're really focusing on the five, which is a huge transformation in your worth, your any beliefs around lack, having been felt like this abandonment of being left behind and out in the cold in the past. And I like the five, the focus on it, with them focusing on the five, is the change, which means that you've been really digging in deep with this. And I feel like this is them recognizing, saying that you really have been discovering more and more about your own worth. And let's take a look and see where that came from. Ooh, look at you. So you have the Lovers card, and this is so important. There's so much in depth in here for you because, first of all, it's about relationships, right? Obviously, in the Lovers card, this is a big piece of this has been you having this enhanced relationship with your higher self first. So you've been on this self love adventure, discovering your worth in relationship to yourself, your higher self. And I like that because there's a solid foundation that comes with that. And you also, through that process, have learned the another message that comes with this card, which is applying to you, is the Two of Cups, of the power of emotional choice, realizing that no matter what happens in the outside world, you are the one that gets to decide, are you choosing an emotion of unconditional love, higher vibration emotion, or lower vibration related to fear? And you're realizing that there's not right or wrong, but that you get to experience this. And there's this clarity that comes in with it too. So I like that. And then Spirit is saying that because that's the foundation of what you were to be learning through this Five of Pentacles experience of feeling left behind and everything, from our past, and then the ripples of that that have kind of made its way throughout our, teenage years and our adult life. It's just been reiterated over and over, where you've gone back and you're looking at those things that are freeing you from this defining yourself by other people's actions and feeling like you're an emotional puppet by other people's actions. There's this clarity when you realize, I get to choose my emotions. Then you cut the strings, where you're no longer a puppet, like a string puppet, by, well, this happens, this is how I have to feel. It's like, this happens, I feel the way I want. And I feel like this power that comes in with that, Patty. I like that attitude. There's attitude. Yeah, because it does bring in here the Four of Cups, which is emotional stability. And part of this process is you learned that when we look just to the outside world for our fullness and our wholeness and our completeness, that's when we feel empty. That's when these cups feel empty. But we've got the sailboat here with offering the Ace of Cups coming in, which is that connection with your higher self. And you realize where the emotional stability comes in is when you find your higher love, then that fills up and it fills all the physical cups of the outside world. And so there's this great, I feel like they're like you're on the journey and they're like celebrating your progress that you've made with the Five of Pentacles and the Lover's energy, the Two of Cups type of energy, and that this emotional stability has been kind of seeping in to your outside world, and you're like, okay, this is weird. It's like almost too calm. It's like you're like, okay, this is too quiet. It's like when children, when they're like they're not making noise, you're like, what are they up to? It's kind of that feel where we're not used to it, but you're starting to recognize it and feel comfortable with it because it's been different. And then the last two cards came out together. What do we have here? Oh wow. Yeah. So we've got the beautiful Queen of Pentacles here, which is about abundance. In the outside world, but also it's like the Empress. It's Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, taking care of you, focusing on you, making decisions for you because you're realizing you're the one that gets to choose. Other people get to choose their emotions. And so you're like not so connected to being manipulated, because that's really what it is. We're manipulated by other people's emotions, right? You don't do what I want, I'm sadsy. And if that doesn't work, then I become a bully and rah, 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 and throw things around. You know, and then if that doesn't work, then I give you the cold shoulder, I reject you. And then if that doesn't work, I start over at the beginning with the sadsies. And we realize, through all of this that when you're like, I don't I'm not responsible for other people's emotional choices. Yeah, we can make it harder or easier for people to choose fear or love, but ultimately they're going to make their own decision. You can give someone the world, they can still choose fear and to be upset, right? Oh, it wasn't enough. And so you realize I'm going to use most of my energy for me and for my journey. And I like this because I feel so much of this is a celebration of the inner work that you've been doing, because this is the reward of the outside world. And you got the Wheel of Fortune, which is even your human side feels like what you've been going through and what you've been doing has been for you. It's the four tune, right? The tune of for you. And so it tells us that everything that unfolds is always for us. But when this comes out, it's like even your human side feels like this is for you. So I love all this. And then I feel like they want to pull one card from the bottom because we had three, two, and one. Yeah, definitely this rebirth coming through here. And I love this. It's almost like you do feel like a phoenix rising from the ashes, where it's like refreshed, renewed, and this wonderful feeling coming in. So I like this energy. I feel like especially with the Lovers card, when it starts with all this love and this inner self love, when it fills up and overflows to the outside world, when we do what we always did, we get mirrors reflecting that lower vibrational energy back to us, right? Because that's what we're wanting to see. But with all this inner work that you've been doing in this growth, that draws in a higher vibration. It brings us in a different mirror to reflect back that higher love to us. So it's a total different experience. And that Four of Cups, it's funny. I've had so many of my friends as they evolve in their emotions that they're like, oh my gosh, there's so much less drama, it almost seems boring. And I go, "I know, right? Do you want some drama?" "No, no, I wanna get used to this for a while because it's so peaceful." And I feel like that's what is here, and it's been introducing itself to you and even more so, as it progresses here. But, I feel like it's a huge high five from spirit, and I feel like new love, a different type of love is being drawn to you as you're raising your love vibration. So I love this for you, Patty. That's what they have for you. So many blessings, and thank you again for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. Let me just check my email here just to make sure. All right. So that is it for the donations. And I'm going to scroll back up, and we left off with Rishi. So hello, hello. I am well. I hope you are well. And you want to know what soul lessons did you want to learn in this lifetime, right? Do you have to learn? There's no have to, has to, supposed to. I like asking it in a more powerful way of what soul lessons did I want to learn in this lifetime? Like, what did I choose? Not do what I have to, because that feels like work, and it's more like, what soul lessons could I learn in this lifetime? What did I want to learn, right? Because we come down here on purpose. We're not sent off to, it's not like the creator goes, you know what, I've had enough of you. I'm sending you off to boarding school. I'm sending you to Earth for a while. I need some peace and quiet. It's not that. We're like, I want to go, I want to go, I want to go. And they're like, all right, I'm going with you though. So I like this. Yeah. Let's take a look here. Yeah, you have the 8 of Pentacles, which is about, studying and growth, putting in the blood, the sweat, and the tears. And this is kind of like this celebration of, yes, you've been doing this, and the outside world is progressing, and it's taking you to this place. The 8 of Pentacles is a lot like the cocoon, right? I look at it kind of like the Hanged Man in a way, but it's like you've done this transformation, right? The caterpillar um, let like becomes caterpillar juice. It allows itself to expand. It allows its things to fall away. It goes through this transformation, and in doing the work, in even the struggle to get out of the cocoon, builds up its butterfly wing muscles so that it can fly and it can go places and do things and go places that hasn't gone before. And I feel like this is like spirit going, yeah, you've been doing this work, you've been preparing to transform, and you're like turning into this beautiful butterfly that you'll fly and go places you haven't gone before. And one of the big lessons that you came here that you wanted to learn, here's the Emperor Aries, and even we have like Aries super full moon energy happening. But the Emperor is this new beginnings, this stepping up and taking control of what they're wanting to do and putting form to their life instead of the formlessness. And the Five of Wands, this fire energy coming out together here. The 5 is a transformation of energy of fear into energy of love, and that at some point you wanted in your life to step up and take the power over your life instead of being feeling like you're at the will of the empire, trying to do what the empire wants you to do, and realizing I am the ruler of my life. I get to choose what I want to do, and everyone else is actions, non-actions, words and non-words of your advisors, the advisors, all the ones whispering in your ear. There's this freedom that comes here. And I feel like this is a big piece of what you wanted to learn is going from this, energy of feeling so out of control of your life to rising as the emperor. It's like a little, um, the little, I don't know whether showing me the movie The King and I. This was even with Charles Bronson, I think it was. But it shows like a young a young prince that will grow up to become the emperor, and that there's a point in their life where they stop being a child, and in the shadow of their father, and they become an emperor themselves, and they are able to stand up in this self power, this courage that comes in, and I feel like this is a big piece of one of the big transitional, transformational energies that you wanted to experience and do. So that's what they have for you, Rishi. I like it. I like it. So many blessings to you. And then I do have another donation that came in. So Sudeshni, thank you so much for your donation. All right, Patty, I'm so glad. Hey, you are very welcome, Mia Mia. Thank you guys. All right. And Sudeshni, thank you for your donation. And you want to know your future partner. All right. Wow. These okay. Um this year or next year. So you want to know is it this year or next year? And then I guess they're gonna tell you more about them too, because they had some great energy come in here. Oh, in the bottom of the deck too. All right. All right. Well, we like that. We like that. Let's see what else we've got here. All right. So I like all this. The first card that came out is this year, next year. You've got the Sun card here, which shows the empowerment. This is a big piece of joy, celebration. It's a very positive thing. And these two cards came out side by side. Two major arcana, first of all, which is, brilliant. I love the Bluebird of Happiness. But the Hierophant, this is this invitation of you seeing things from a higher perspective, seeing things from, the capital T truth of who do you want to be. Sun card has some of that too, with Leo energy being the child, which is diving deep and understanding who you truly are and what of your small child stuff can be transformed here through all of this. And I feel like with this message here is like, yes, and you're a Leo. I love it. So getting to know the true you, like the your Leo energy is the human character side of you, but there's a higher side of you, the actor behind this character. And you could find love this year. It's like there's a range, when we have, and I feel like you do have a faded individual that will come into your life, but the range of it is not like the destiny of life is not like you're going to meet this person at this date at this time in this hour. It's more like you could meet them as early as this or as late as this. This is like you're absolutely going to meet them by this time, but there's this, um, earlier date, and all depends on the inner work that we do. This change of doing this inner reflection, and that's what's represented here with the Hierophant and the Sun card here. So I do like that, and the energy here that comes in, and it shows us, the Five of Pentacles. This is those feelings of abandonment and lower feelings of lack and being left behind, that transformative, right? If you haven't checked out my Take 10 with Zen episodes 4 and 5, talk a lot about fate and how things we can do to have things come in earlier, and those are all free too. um and we've got the full card and the star card, which shows this leaving these old cycles behind, the old ways of looking at our worth, that especially if we feel like we've wanted so many things in our conscious mind for the world, but we feel like there's this barrier like keeping us back from things. The Six of Pentacles is the balancing out of our worth and how it allows things to transform. And that's what I feel with the Fool card. Again, you got 4 out of 5 cards here are major arcana, which is a significant change in your life. And the Full card follows the World card, which is the leaving behind of old ways of looking at things in this new adventure that's more free, that brings you the Star card, which is like a dream come true. And the star, of course, is your higher self. But it's like when you realize through all of this of what you are wanting to be and finding your truth, all 4 of these cards together are an amazing story and unfolding here for you because you're discovering things about yourself. You're letting them go, and that's taking you on this new adventure that's so much more free from all these restrictions and thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that were rooted in the fears of losing like a conditional love. And this brings you into this feeling of like dreams come true, and I like all of that. I feel like the person that you meet, because on the bottom of the deck, um, they do have the King of Wands that they wanted to point out too. And the King of Wands is someone entrepreneur, managerial, but fiery, fire sign. So obviously, you might be attracted to another fire sign because fire signs are so adventure. They love the full card energy, which is this adventure that's free from a lot of, things that suck the wind out of our life, all these expectations and rules. And there's this passion, this movement, this childlikeness, not childishness, childlikeness of this awe of life. And so they've got a great amount of self control with their passions, and they can super focus things. And so I really like this, energy coming in here for you, because I feel like it will. The King of Wands is just represents who is headed your way. And we're like, woohoo, right? Someone who's a go getter and goes after it, wants to travel, wants to see the world. Feel like very much Sagittarius type of energy, but it doesn't have to be a Sagittarius. Just it's that international foreign travel. Like they love to see the world and they love these adventures. So that's the kind of energy that's coming in there. So it can be this year, definitely next year, but it could be earlier within these next 3 months to meet them, depending on the inner work that we have, right? I know, right? You're like, yeah, travel. So, I like that, yeah. They definitely like to explore the adventure of this life, so, um, go, 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 go. Alright, and that's what they have for you, but to be sure to check out those, Take 10 with Zen. The playlist is in the description box of the video, or if you go to my main page, it's at the top in the playlist too. But it's episodes 4 and 5 that talk about fate and how we can have things come in sooner than later, right? Absolutely, my pleasure. And thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate that, Sudeshni. All right, Priyanka, you are up next. You too. All right. So, Priyanka, thank you for your donation. And you want to know Rakesh's feelings for you. Let's take a look here. See what's going on inside of Rakesh right now. Of course, their feelings for you are very dependent upon their feelings for themselves. And I don't, let me see what the cards have to say. I feel like I don't know why I feel like they're going through a fun time in their world here. Yeah, we got the Ace of Swords at the bottom. So definitely, oh yeah. So yeah, they're definitely wow, and the Page of Swords too. Oh, and the Hermit. Okay. And the Six of Swords. Wow. Yeah, definitely. With all of this is like what's going on underneath the bottom here, because we've got the Ace of Swords, which is seeing things from a higher perspective, cutting away fears. And I'm like, oh, look, here's the 10 of Swords, which is the endings and the beginnings. We got the Page of Swords, which is new beginnings and thoughts and beliefs. The Hermit card, this is like they've been doing a lot of inner work, and the Six of Swords. So all this thinking, they've definitely been in their head, right? So when you're talking about feelings, it's like, well, they've been doing a lot of thinking, but maybe not a lot of feelings yet. With these cards coming in and here in the bottom, they just kind of wanted to let you know this is what's going on behind the scenes. Is all in the head, overthinking about life and everything in general. So they have been going through it a bit. And I don't feel like it's related just specifically to you. It just feels like their life has just been in a like the devil card energy where Saturn energy, Capricorn energy just shakes and rattles their world. So I don't know if they're a Capricorn, a Virgo, or an air sign. Big overthinking going on here. A lot of deep diving reflections on things. Um, so let's take a look here, though. You got these other cards coming in here. Let's see what we got here. Okay. And then what are these about here? Okay. Yeah. Okay. So they have been doing with this Eight of Pentacles, putting a lot of work in their outside world, right? The blood, the sweat, the tears, and things are progressing, things are moving forward in the outside world for them right now, which is bringing them the Six of Wands, which is this very progressing type of energy. The Eight of Pentacles, because that's like they're moving from like a an apprentice to a master. So it's almost like graduating whatever they've been working on and investing their mind and everything. It's almost like they're graduating, like college or master's degree. They've been putting so much into their mind, into trying to do so much that things are moving to the next step, moving in the outside world. A lot of progression and those types of things here. And the Six of Wands here is about this, again, the Six of Wands is like victory, but it's equal passion to its movement of energies in their life. So whatever has been feeling like a block, you know, moves forward there, with that. So I see here too, with the Knight of Pentacles, things have been moving very, very, very slow, and between the two of you, and when that happens, it's, for us, because the Knight of Pentacles allows us to be on our quest for our worth in relationship to the outside world, while they're also on that same type of path here. Because within this period of time, it's like the Strength card is you connecting to your higher self and understanding yourself more, and the King of Swords too, which is another big thinker here. So are you an air sign? Have you been thinking a lot? I feel like they've been mirroring you a lot with this, because the King of Swords not only rules over swords with the Queen, but all the kings are given a second portion of air or swords, which means they're the master of thinking, looking at things from a higher perspective here, and allowing this energy to, cut away the thoughts, the beliefs, the mindsets that no longer serve, and this release of fear, right? So I really like this energy that's coming in here for you, because it feels like that their feelings have been on hold because they've been overthinking here. I like the Six of Wands because that does show equal attraction and passion, but I feel like with all of these swords, it's it's almost like, that's why I feel like they're like a an air sign, because I'm an air sign Aquarius, and I feel like this. I've been thinking so much that my heart has cobwebs in it, because I've been investing all of my energy on my brain instead of my heart. And I feel like it's just been kept barely alive while they've been really trying to get everything in order and get some sense of order in their life, through everything that's going on here. But I like that Six of Wands. I feel like that things are progressing, and you're going to be start to see in their life some completion of things. It's like, that's done, that's done. It's almost like things start getting checked off the long list they've been creating, which then allows them more time and energy to turn back on the heart, and things start to move forward. Feel it starts with passion, right? That energy within sparks it. But I feel like with feelings, I just feel like they don't have a whole lot of feeling for anything. It was more thinking about everything. That's why when you ask an air sign, how do you think about me? We ask water signs, how do you feel about me, right? But that's what's coming in Priyanka. So hopefully that helps. I do feel like there's the passion ignites, and on the bottom of the deck we've got the Seven of Cups too, which is about emotional confusion. So they'll get that figured out too, but they started off with their mind and the outside world first. It's like they have to feel organized in the outside world in order for their heart to feel safe to come out of hiding. It's funny. But, that's what they have, so hang in there, Priyanka. Many blessings to you, and again, thank you so much for your donation. And Queen of Hearts, hello, hello, thank you for your donation. Alright, very good. So you wanna know, how is Matt, the hiring manager, feeling about you? He told you he would give you a response to the job you interviewed today. Alright. You're very welcome, Priyanka. Alright, let's take a look here, Queen of Hearts, and see what's going on with Matt. Matthew. All right. So we've got 5 cards here. We've got like 2 on either side and 1 in the middle. We'll see what's happening here. I do like the bottom of the deck. We've got the Emperor coming in here, which is this great stepping forward and this energy of choice and power coming in here. I feel like that's for you. In the middle, and I haven't seen what's on either side, but starting in the middle, you've got the Hierophant, which, with this Emperor underneath here. Oh, and you got the Ace of Swords too. Oh, and the Ten of Swords and the Seven of Swords and the Devil card. Yeah. So you've got all this other energy. I'll show you here in a sec. The Hierophant is this invitation of looking at, what is it I truly want in my life? And I feel like this before Spirit is showing how Matt is feeling. They're like, how are you feeling? And what's driving you, right? The Hierophant is this invitation from your higher self. Look at things from a higher perspective, from your higher heart. How do you, want to express this powerful gifts and unconditional love in your heart with the world? Are you making choices off the mind? With the Emperor here, I mean, you've got the Ace of Swords and the Ten of Swords, which is endings and new beginnings here. This is about seeing things from a different perspective, cutting away expectations, thoughts, and beliefs and mindsets. And with the Emperor here also having the Ace of Swords, it's like stepping up and deciding what it is you want to do with your life. Because you've got the Devil card here and the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords is what of your own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets are deceiving you. And the Devil card is the shaking and the rattling of your thoughts and your beliefs and your mindsets. Whenever this Saturn energy comes in, there is this, powerful energy of, I've been taught all of this all my life. Like, this is what you'll be good at. This is what you should do. This is why you should choose this type of jobs, and this is what all your responsibilities and expectations and blah 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 blah, right? That's what happens with the emperors. They're given a lot of supposed to be, should be, need to be, have to be, must be, but at some point the emperor tells everyone, please leave the throne room. The emperor is about to make their own decisions in life. And so this is what's coming in here for you, is this Hierophant, and this Emperor is, what is it that you want? Yeah, this is going to unfold here, and we'll see here, because we've got 2 cards and 2 cards. Feel like one is this job, and the other, it's like the left that we're about to look at is Matt, in this job, but the other is if you could do what you wanted to do with your life to make your heart sing, to make it feel full, what would that be? And I feel like that's what, your higher self is going, you know, we do what we always have done. We're always going to end up feeling that same way, which is like we're existing rather than we're living. So let's take a look here at Matt. Yeah. So Matt is in love with you. No, I'm just kidding. We have here again the Strength card, Spirit going, really look and connect to your higher self. And here is the relationship to your higher self here. Um, I just feel like you're going to eventually, with the strength card, is feel unfulfilled and like in past jobs. With this job, I feel like that's they feel like, hey, this would work out. It's a it's a win-win, like it's a good fit, as they would say in corporate life. It's a good fit. You could work here, but are you going to be happy? I feel like with that strength card that it wouldn't. That Yeah, and here we have. So on the right side, it's the Two of Swords, which is close your mind and open your heart. Seven of Wands is take a stand and not be afraid to shine and stand out and reflect and be who you want to be. Don't be afraid of other people going, well, why do you get to live your dream and we don't? Come back down here and be miserable with the rest of us, right? Um, and I almost feel like there's this energy coming in here of, you know, like I feel like they're gonna offer you the job and you're just gonna be like, okay. And if you take it, you're not gonna be there for long. If you're unsure of what your dream is, of course you need to eat and you need the job. If But if you're in a job already and you're like, well, I thought this one would make me feel happy, it's going to be more of the same. So you can kind of go like, you know what, um there's no wrong choice. It's like I can stay where I am and feel like I'm just existing, or choose this job and feel like I'm existing. But in the meantime, I can, if I'm not sure what this dream is, I can go on the scavenger hunt and discover, connecting to my higher self. What is it that makes my heart feel full? What is it that makes my dreams come true? What does that mean to me? Not what I've been told it's supposed to mean, but what truly makes my heart feel full and want to sing and happy and overflowing. So I feel like that's the message for you, Queen of Hearts. I know you're like, well, good. I'm glad that you have yes, yes. So I like this, and it is a scavenger hunt. Part of our journey and part of what draws us to this plane of existence is this great the ability to search and to go on an adventure, trying to find something. Because on the other side, we go like, I wonder what it's like over there, and psh, we're there, right? We want to know something, we know it because we're connected to source. But this realm is one of the few that we can take time to wander and try to find and discover. It's like the adventure is one of the big things that draws us here, even though it draws our human ego crazy sometimes. Of like, I need to know right now. There's this, beautiful sense of adventure going, I don't need to know. I get to discover. And I can do this job while I'm trying to discover, but that's not my life. That's just, that whole, I don't live to work. I work to try to find out how I want to live, right? So I feel like that's what's going on right now, Queen of Hearts. So hopefully that's helpful. That's what they have for you right now. And again, thank you so much for your donation. Greatly appreciate that. All right. All right. That was it for the donations there. Hey, Needy. I am doing well. You're very happy today. Well, we are very happy you are happy today. I'm glad you're enjoying your moments. All right. So let me scroll back up. We left off with Johanna Jordison. Hello. Hello. Anything Spirit has to say about the plans you made with M, and what does M think of it? All right. So let's take a look here. See what Spirit wants you to know. Okay, so that's what Spirit wants you to know, and then that's what M thinks. All right. So I like here, we got the Six of Wands. Spirit has victory. Woohoo! Equal passion, passionate movement. And they like this. It's like Spirit is saying, yeah, you're taking action, you're making movement, you're balanced with it too, which I really like. That energy spirit is just really going. You're not you're not feeling like you have to give 90% just to receive 10% from them. I feel like you're like, I'm doing this, but I'm not gonna feel like I have to be the one that always does everything. I'm doing this right. And so it's great. It's like a victory, a movement of energy. Spirit's very happy that you're expressing yourself because they love seeing you express yourself. They don't have judgments of it's not like right or wrong. They're just excited. They're like, wow, look what you're doing. And they're very supportive of you putting your passion forward, of you creating, because they love to watch us create things and make movement. It's like using your magic wand and creating stuff, and they're excited for what you're doing. And there's neither right or wrong, so they celebrate everything what you do anyway. It's like when a little child is drawing and coloring and they put it on their refrigerator, they don't care what it looks like. They're like, my child created this. This is how spirit is like, oh, look, you created this. And they're excited for it, right? M, the human M, on the other hand, is actually, it's not even on the other hand, it's the Eight of Pentacles, which is movement in the outside world. They like this. It's progression, it's putting in work. Not that they feel like it is work, but they're like, they feel like things are being created, things are being moved in the outside world, and they like progression. They want movement. They also, I wonder if they're a fire sign because I feel like they hate stagnancy. They hate things standing still. They like movement, movement, action, action as well. So that's why I felt when I said on the other hand, I'm like, it's almost like, no, it's on the same hand. They like action. They like things being planned and they like doing things. They like action. They like, fires need twigs thrown into the fire to keep it going and big pieces of stuff to consume. It needs movement, it needs consumption. And that's what I feel is coming in there with M. So I think it's positive. They like this movement forward. It's a very flowy in the outside world type of energy. So it feels very good, Johanna, and that's what's coming in right now. So many blessings to you. We'll continue moving down the list here. All right. And then Lydia, you are up next. Hello, hello. So you want to know if Jay is planning to come towards you. You're feeling something, but you don't know if you're feeling it right. All right, let's take a look here and see. Current energies, is Jay planning coming towards you? Okay. So I did want to that one. These two. Okay. You know, I see why you're like feeling confused because I feel like the two of wands is like they're at a fork in the road. Like they one moment they're like, yeah, I'm going to, and then like, well, I'm not sure. Am I going to? Maybe not yet. Am I going to? I don't know. Because we've also got with that, we've got the temperance card here, which is the going back and forth between the 2 cups, right? It's like going back and forth and patience and time and things taking their good old time to unfold and move forward, right? So you're like, "Oh my gosh, are they gonna or aren't they? I feel like they are." And then, well, the next moment, it's like tick tock. And it's like, "Okay, I see why here." I understand your connection though. You've got the 6 of cups, which is equal emotion. So just know there's equal emotion there. But the 6 of cups goes deeper with it's like represents past life connection and there's this draw between the two of you. So they will and that's why I think what doesn't scare them, it's just odd, and that's why they're like, "Well, I want to, but what is this weird why? Why am I drawn?" They're like, "Well, I have all these things, but what's this other thing that's I feel is drawing me to them. It's like I know them somewhere from somewhere before. And it is because you guys have had past lifetimes together. I can talk. And so I like this. It's very um freeing and very opening here. So I feel like they will eventually, but that back and forth, I feel is what you're picking up, Lydia. So you're not going crazy, going, well, sometimes I think they're, but then I think they're not. It's like, well, tick tock. Eventually, it'll just, the grandfather clock will chime and it'll be time. But I feel like they're just trying to figure things out. But I definitely feel like it's destined for it to, be a close relationship, um, because of this draw that you guys have for each other from past lifetime too. So that's what's coming in for you. So many blessings to you. And then Rose Flower, you'll be my next free reading, but I do have a couple donations, so I shall return. And hey, Supernova, hello, hello. Thank you for your donation. I don't see a question yet. So while you're popping that in there, I'm going to jump to Patty for the sake of time. So, Patty, thank you for your additional donation. And you want to know, should you be concerned about money, making income, making abilities in the future, or will everything work out? Do you worry too much? Not necessarily. We all do. It's part of our human experience for sure. We have these fears, and then there's no should, there's no judgment from spirit. We come down here to experience these feelings of, you know, um, worry and fear. This is a giant fear amusement park. So we come down here. But when we're tired of riding that ride, if it's like, you know what, I'm just kind of tired of this. It's worrying has become boring. I'm ready for something different. We always have another option. Let's take a look here, though, and just find out what spirit wants you to know about your making money and income here. And we'll take a look here. All right. And this one right here. Come on. And that one there. Okay. Yeah. That's okay. Yeah. So we've got I just crack up. Sorry that I laugh and snicker, because it's funny. I love it because, like, exactly what we were talking about, 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands is like when it's, endings and beginnings, right? It's this burden feeling. When I feel like the energy I'm investing in something is like, "Okay, it's just I'm done with it." You do, and then here's the 3 of Wands, deciding to go a different direction. So I like this, they're answering the first question. Do I worry too much and it's unnecessary? There's not too much, there's just when we feel we're done and we're ready to, end the fear, because at the core of it's fear. I fear not having enough. I fear, income, and what am I defining myself by? All those wonderful things. And so they're telling you here, there's no judgment. When you're done, you can choose a different route. It's within your power of, worrying about anything in life. We have the King of Cups, which is they rule over emotion, but all the kings are given a second portion of air. So it's balancing our emotions and mind. There's this wonderful balance that can come in here as well. And you have the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands tells us here that what a beautiful card too. Um, it's just there's this, whatever we focus our energy on, you know, especially with that 10 of Wands and the 3 of Wands, all this energy, we make choices every moment. And whatever we focus on is what we draw in. And when it comes to income and money and or love or anything, whatever we're pointing at is what is brought to us. So if I worry and I fear I'm not going to have enough, I'm not going to have enough, I'm not going to have enough, We're telling the universe, I love feeling like I'm not going to have enough. Can you bring me more of that? And we're like, no, that's not what I want. But when we want to change that, maybe we do want to feel that in the beginning. It's exciting, right? Oh, what if I don't have enough? We're always going to have enough. But when I start focusing on gratitude for what I do have, for unconditional love and peace and joy, that expands instead. This great example Spirit gave over the last couple of weeks was like a little kid going into a donut shop, and there's this, how they have the glass cases with all the donuts displayed, and the little kids pointing at this donut. And so the baker loads up a dozen of those to give to me. He's like, oh, I hate those donuts. And the baker's like, well, rather than point out what you hate and what you don't want, point out what you love and what you do want, and I'll give you dozens of that instead. So there is this power that comes in here with this beautiful, I just love the colors here. Um, with this page of wands here, because there's this energy um I'm going to focus on what I am grateful for, that I have the finances, and there's this wonderful transformation that happens with it all, because there's this you know when we believe humankind brings us what we need in each moment, we have every right to fear that, because when we do, and a human goes into fear, like all of us, we will become survival mode ish and pull back everything from everyone else, right? And so I like this energy because it's this freedom that comes in and going, I get to trust the creator that they're gonna bring me what I need in each moment. It's not humans. Humans might be the delivery company Spirit uses to bring it to us, but the creator, you're the one. You develop this trusting relationship with Spirit. And when we get drawn out and we're fearing we're gonna have enough, just listen closely. And that's what comes here with the Eight of Wands. Listen closely to the messages of Spirit, and you'll hear those beautiful messages of, do you trust me? Yeah. And if you really stand back and go, I do trust you. You're the only one I can really trust, because they don't go into luckily the creator doesn't go into fight or flight mode. Can you imagine? Whoa. It's humans that go into fight or flight mode, not the creator. And we can trust that we will always have what we need in each moment. We just get quiet and listen to the creator and listen to Spirit. They're saying peace of mind, you have peace of mind here with the Four of Swords. We let the expectations go. A lot of what we fear is not having enough, but what is enough, right? When we discover that so much of our thoughts and beliefs and mindsets about having enough and having the right job and the right amount of money and blah, 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 we can survive, again, going to survival on very little. There's just all these, will people think if I don't have enough? You see a homeless person, they need very little income, but we fear, what if I'm homeless? Is that the fear? What will people think? What if I die out in the cold? What if we do? Do I fear death? What are the fears? And it's wonderful that we can get to it, and then we can just trust creator and Spirit. I'm going to have what I need in each moment. You know, how old are we and we're still alive? Obviously, we've they haven't let us down, right? And it's like, okay, I'm having what I need in this moment, right? So I feel like that's the big message coming in right now, Patty. Hopefully that helps. And everything with that peace of mind card, everything does work out. Does it work out exactly to what our human ego wants? It never does. That's why our human ego is constantly being disappointed. But when we connect inward and upward with our heart, do we have everything we need? Always. Right here, right now, right? So I love that. That's the message for you right now, Patty. So many blessings to you. And I'm just going to take a quick sip here. All right. So thank you again for your donation. And Supernova, hello, hello. Thank you for your multiple donations. I appreciate those. And so, question one: what message do your spirit guides want you to hear right now? All right, we'll start there. Okay, let's take a look. All right. What else? All righty. Let's see what we got here. Yeah. So they have the full card here, and I like this because Spirit is basically saying the message you need to hear right now that will help you on your journey um, is the full card, which is zero, starting off at zero and allowing not to have a whole lot of thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, not restrictions. Suck the life out of your dream and out of where you're wanting to head and what you're wanting to do. Because you have the Page of Swords, which is new thought, new belief, new creation, new ideas. The page has the Ace of Swords that's here that allows them to slice away and cut away the fears, which is the Fool card follows the World card, right? And the World card is ending of old cycles, beginning of a new adventure, and the Full card is the beginning of the new adventure where they're leaping off the cliff and having this. You're nervous for this message. That's the fear, right? So nervousness is fear. We never have to do anything we don't want to do. This is our adventure, and the Page of Swords frees us from all these restrictions, these supposed to be's, and that does make our inner child a little scared, and because it doesn't like change. I like my cage, right? It's like I enjoy these feelings of being surrounded by these bars because it's my protection. It's like if you ever have seen um any kind of videos where they've got animals that have been kept in cages, that when they open the cage to let them out, they don't want it. Or if you ever have a rescue animal who was kept caged, a lot of times they love having, even if it's taking the door off of a kennel, that they have this, they like sleeping in it because they're used to the enclosedness and the tightness. And so the Page of Swords is this freedom, this openness, where it's more of a puppy who's been kept in their kennel all day, and you let them out finally, and when you get home and they're like, woohoo, they can't wait to run around the backyard and get out there and be free. And so there's this combo that comes in, the our human side that feels so restrictive and enjoys feeling safe. At least I know this. But there's this also our higher self drawing us to this adventure because it doesn't um our higher self, we're so limitless and so unrestricted that that's why when people um have these out of body experiences when they pass away, and they're like, no, it's not your time, and they say they come back and they're like, oh, it's so painful. It's like trying to fit a Nerf ball back into the little package that it comes in, that's constricted. It's like, oh my gosh, try to fit it all back in there. And so there's this freedom that comes here with this here. And I do see here that part of the adventure that comes in here, you have the Two of Cups. There's this important partnership that's coming up. And with the Six of Cups, it's like I don't feel like it's someone from your past in this lifetime. I feel like this is past lifetime connection. When you come across them, you're just like, whoa, who is this? Like, and I know you're from somewhere, but you don't. And they feel the same way. They feel this drawing connection that comes in here. I feel like this has to do with them. I feel like we've talked about you finding a mentor in the past. And it's not like someone that you're going to be like you know, "Oh, master, you're my master, and I do what you say." It's someone that helps you along the way, that, allows you to grow and to express yourself because they understand the importance of that, being a creative artist themselves, but they help you avoid some pitfalls, and they even give you some, encouragement and some, help you ignite these new ideas and this new adventure. So if you haven't been looking in the musical community around you, hop to it. Because it's time. It's time. And this is part of what Spirit is saying, is that this individual will help you feel excited about your dreams and excited about where you're wanting to head, and they'll give you some good guidance. Yeah, yeah. So I like it. So here we go. Here we go. Here we go. And I feel like it's a good partnership. Um, I feel like they're keeping the future of the partnership shadowed, because it's not about, looking at it romantically or where it's going to head. It's allowing it to be what it is and unfold, is important as well. I'm not sure what that's about, but we will find out soon. All right. So that is question one. And then question two is, if any progress has been made towards your dreams and your goals. All right. Let's take a look here. Your guides are funny. It's always the perfect progress, always, because um, we have all the time in the world, you know, and I know how we can get into this, because we're taught this as our humans, right? So much of, um, am I where I'm supposed to be, right? When we want to know any progress, do I get gold star, silver star, green star, or a black star? You know, is it an A plus, a B, a C, D, F? Am I failing? Am I doing good enough? Should I be doing more? Are you happy with me? Those are the things. But when you're living your dream, we're living in the dream in the moment, and so that's the perfect progress, is I'm living my dream in this moment. And um progress is um about the future. It's like this judgment of time. Am I where I'm supposed to be at a certain time? And if not, what does it mean? But when we look about faded dreams and everything that we come down here for, when we begin to live it in each moment, there is no wrong timing, right? There is, yeah, there is no supposed to be. We have the Seven of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, which is, the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit. And after the fruit grows, if I don't like the fruit, then I can change orchards. And, I get to choose, but I get to enjoy, the Seven of Pentacles has you know, when we're living our dream, we carry the water and we chop the wood and we do the daily things, enjoying each step. Because if we put like, well, my dream has come true when, I won't celebrate along the way, because we can enjoy the journey as much as the destination. But when you're living your dream, it's in each moment that you're doing the things, that is where we live the dream. The dream of tomorrow never comes. The dream of today. And just sharing with you, something that happened for me, that they're tapping in my head to talk about, because um, the first time I left corporate life to go live my spiritual dream, I was like, okay, I sat down with a piece of paper and go, what is my dream? And I'm like, okay, I got to have a best selling books. on the whatever the best, the New York best time, whatever the best selling list, right? Got to do that. And then I'm going to be well known and be able to, have seminars and do this and da 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 da. And I'm going to change the world. And Spirit was like, okay, well, that's a good dream. Let's take you there. Psh. And in my mind's eye, they took me to the future and showed me a future of having that. They're like, are you happy? And I'm like, well, no, I'm looking for what's next and for what's next and for what's next. And it was like, ding, ding, ding. They're like, psh, this light bulb illuminated in my head of, if I'm not happy now in this moment, how can I be happy then in that moment? I'll never be happy. I'll always be looking for what's next, what's next, what's next, what's next. And the dream, that's why the dreams of tomorrow never come true, because when we get it, there's always something else, because I haven't learned to enjoy my dream in the moment, right? So that's what they wanted you to know first. And then you've got the 5 of Wands is all about transformation of energy from fear to love. And then the Queen of Cups is all about your intuition, trusting the gut and the flow and connecting to spirit, right? Being in the moment, allowing the transformation of each step of the way as this goes along here. And they have the 6 of Wands. The victory comes with the 3 of Pentacles, and you being true to your authentic self, living your authentic life in each moment is where the victory is, right? And I feel like that's the big message that they want you to have here, is that if we don't um be here. Oh, and this is what they want me to do here. Yeah, you can. You definitely can. Because what my dream then became in that moment, which they just reminded me with the Queen of Cups, is, oh, so be here now with you, capital YOU with Creator, right? So being is being present in this moment, not the past, where's where we get depressed, not the future where we have anxiety, but in this moment is being here. So being, allowing myself to be who I am, seeing the perfection of who you are in this moment, and being here, like right now in the now, um, with the Creator, with Spirit. It's like I have everything I need in this moment, and I can express my heart to the world in this moment with who I am. And if I can do it, everyone can do it. Because I was so motivated for the future, the future, the future, as we all are. Um, but when you realize you have everything you need in the moment, then there's this freedom that comes through it all too. So that is what they have for that question. And I'm glad you asked it. I'm sure that was for more than just you and me. All right. And then your final question, at least this in this one's, and it says, is your presence magnetic? Do you possess something special that draws people in? If so, what exactly is it? Just curious yourself. Absolutely. Let's take a look here. So, of course, you do have a magnetic personality. Aren't you a sun sign? I think, aren't you a sun sign? Because I feel like that's part of it, is why you chose to be who you were and to be born where you're at, because it brings in the astrology of your fire, and it makes you not be able to not be seen. And I feel like if you really look at your birth chart, there's probably a lot of stuff that communicates that too. But let's take a look here. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you've got the 5 of wands, which is the fire here, and the tower, which is a lot of fire. And this is great because, this really is this you have this fire burning inside of you, right? And your presence, um, it feels like a tower. It is like, what I'm hearing is instead of it comes in, what is it? Comes in like a wrecking ball. It's like you come in like a fireball. And which is great because I like that the tower comes in for us. It removes things out of our life to make space for the new. And that's why this fire, it's important that the fire comes to remove things. Yeah, you do. Because there's this, you make this space to, you help people transform, remove things out of their heart and out of their life to make space for what is for them. And the way you live your life is an example of it. But you also communicate it through your songs and your music, right? And this is important because, here's this the Knight of Cups, which is the bringer of emotion, the transformation of emotion. I'm sorry, here's the Knight of Cups. And the King of Cups helps people balance their emotions with the air, within, communication. So you help people move out of their emotions and you allow them to have this movement of emotion, but it moves things out of the way. So, I like this energy that comes in here because they're reminding me of like, if you have like the Dixie, is it the Dixie Chicks? There's people who have songs and different things. Um, yeah, well, that makes sense too, master communicators, because the air that you bring in is through your communication and through it's like you help balance emotion with thought. You get people thinking about things. And that's what happens, like comedians, musicians, actors and actresses, anyone that they're putting themselves out, helps people think through the arts, right? And the difference of, an activist that goes forward going, "Rah, rah, rah," is they reach the people who are ready for change, da, 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 da. But people who do it through arts, through what people hear, even culinary, through taste, through, what people see, what people feel, all of that helps people change from the inside out because you're touching their heart. You're not trying to change minds, you're helping people change their hearts through the communication. Yeah, because here we go. So the 10 of swords is the ending of old ways of thinking and the introduction of new ways of thinking. And the 7 of pentacles here again, but don't get caught up in all of that, right? It's coming back to the be here now, carry the water, chop the wood, and do the things that help you unfold, moment by moment, and it will happen. If it's like, um, I want to do this. This is what I want to do. And we're so driven at making it happen, we don't get to one enjoy it along the way because it's all becomes tasking. But also, it's empty because we're looking for results rather than when we're in the moment, we're living in this moment. We have this presence of energy of being here now, in the moment with the creator and with spirit, and we're able to see things, and we don't leave people in the wake of our path trying to get to where we're wanting to go. Get out of my way. Instead it's a beautiful dance and movement to move through, and the people we meet. It's like, again, didn't we have Dorothy? I just feel like they're showing me Dorothy in the Wizard of Oz, of the yellow brick road wasn't a direct, you know, they got there in 15 minutes. it was this adventure that it took them on through all the forest and all the way, and even the beginning, it starts going like this, a spiral outward before they head off, right? It's not even like a ready, set, go. It's they started off and then they went. And this is what they're showing is enjoy the journey, enjoy the adventure, knowing that you have purpose and that the perfect people will be drawn to you at the perfect timing. But it's not about um, changing the world, because that's one big thing that came through to me is I want to save the world. They go, does the world need saving? And I had a belief that it did. But when you realize it's like I need to shut down all the fear rides so people um, will stop, having to ride the fear rides. Well, they're like, well, if we shut down all the fear rides, are people going to come for the concession stands? No, then the park shuts down. They're like, the whole purpose of this life is for the experiences we come here for. So you begin to focus on your experiences, and then everything else takes care of itself. So I like it. I like it. I like it. And that is what they have for you, Supernova. So thank you again for your multiple donations and great questions. I feel like many people learn from your questions too. I know they're great reminders for me too. Absolutely. So many blessings to you. And I'm going to be on for about 20 more minutes. And so we'll try to get through some more free readings here. I don't know if I have a ton more to go. So I will be back this evening, though. And if you're interested, I will be going into my praying mantis session in about 20, 21 minutes. And I have them after every single one of these free sessions. And if you want more information on all that, it's available in the description box of the video. Whoa. As the cards go flying. Good thing it didn't go in the trash. In fact, maybe I'll just move my trash can back there. And let's see what we got coming in here. So we are to Rose Flower. I think you were up next here. Yep, because we took care of Lydia. So hello, Rose Flower. You'd like a general for October. Absolutely. Let's take a look here. So, wow. Yeah, you've got the devil card here coming in here, which is Saturn, Capricorn energy, which is the transformation of things here. And we've got the Seven of Pentacles, which represents like there's this, you know, last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit and having the patience with things unfolding. Devil card is this removal away of supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts. And so if it feels like life has kind of been going a little bit slow, it's because it's been this challenge here of things to get removed, to have things moved out of the way that no longer serve. So, there is this energy that comes in with all of this. And I like this because things go slow on purpose for us, because if we continue to do things the way we've always been doing them before, we're going to continue to get what we've always gotten, right? And things slow down to stop attracting in the old ways of things happening and being and all of that, which then also helps this movement upward instead. So I like that. And you do have the Sun card here too, which represents victory and success. Also Leo energy, which is about getting into the subconscious, getting into the child here too. So the inner child, I feel like October really brings in this great, um I don't know, it's like there's this great amount of release of old ways, even emotionally, mentally. It just feels like there's a big rebirth. It's almost like the month of October is the true energy of the 10, which is endings and new beginnings, where you've like have realized that you're done with what you're wanting to do and you're ready to let things go. You're ready to let things drift away. So I like this for you for October. It does feel very much transformative for that. So I like that for you, Rose Flower. I know you're like, don't be scared because it's reflective, which means you get to see the things that are there, the things that are impacting, right? And it's like, I get to let things go. I get to let things um, release because we'll never let go of anything we're not ready to let go of. So you don't have to worry. Things are not going to be ripped away from you. You get to choose what you're ready to let go of if you so choose. So that is what is coming in for you there. So many blessings to you. All right. And then up next, we've got Shanae. You are up next. Let me just make sure here. You are very welcome. All right. So, Shanae, will things work out with Z? Let's take a look here. All right. What do we have happening here? Well, it does look like you got the Three of Cups here, up here, and you have the Six of Wands. Six of Wands is a victory and equal passion, and Three of Cups is joy and celebration. Let me just get clarity here. Yeah, because Three of Cups can sometimes mean third party, but with these cards, and you got the Nine of Cups feeling full and overflowing here, this is a positive outcome here. It's just important here to the three, the six, the nine is a very big connection to spirit world. If you look up in Google, like the significance of 369, you'll see that there's this just like divine connection with how things unfold here and how things go forward. So I do like this here coming in, and it feels very positive. So it does feel like it's almost like the three, the six, the nine is like almost like steps too, right? Instead of one, two, three, it's 3, 6, 9. 3 plus 3 is 6, and 6 plus 3 is 9. So it's like there's this progression, but it kind of feels like it leaps forward and then it stays for a while and then it leaps forward. So I feel like there's not like steady change. It just feels like it leaps and it skips steps, but it leaps forward with it. So if it feels like things are not unfolding the way that you feel they should, just trust it, with what's coming in there. You are very welcome. All right. And then Magician, you are up next. I'm sorry, Happy Pill. I almost went right by you. So Happy Pill, you want spirits guides messages for you. Let's take a look here. All right. So you've got both the King of Wands and the Empress. And the King of Wands represents, in this case, this is your higher self. The King of Wands, Wands is like spiritual energy, is one way we look at it. And the King is the highest, which this is like a message of connecting to your higher self. And the Empress is Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, new birth, caring for yourself. So I feel like Spirit's guide's message right now is for you to turn inward, to focus in on you and your worth and your abundance, your birth. Focus in your energy to you. And the King of Wands is, also inward and upward, connecting to your spirit world. So the Empress is kind of like this nature side of things. So it's like take care of your physical body, your emotions, your mind. It's like time for you and all this energy. You. And You don't have to try to invest all this energy to please everyone else or do whatever. It's a time of rest, relaxation, maybe even a little bit of hermitude that comes in there with all of it too. So I do like this for you. It's like they're telling you, um, it's like the Ten of Wands, all this energy that gets invested outward, that you can readjust that and turn inward for yourself instead. So I like that. So that's what's coming in there for you, Happy Pill. And then Magician, you will be up after that. You are welcome, Shanae. All right, Magician. So what path is unfolding for you? All right. Well, a very good path. You've got the Six of Wands, which is a victory and a movement of energy card, and the Wheel of Fortune, which, of course, tells us that everything that unfolds for us does unfold for you. So, unfolding for you is a great way that you're asking that, because it is. Everything unfolds for you. um and when the Wheel of Fortune comes up, I know sometimes our human has a hard time going, how is that for me, right? But the Wheel of Fortune tells us that even our human is like, wow, this is for me. The for tune, the tune of for you, coming in here. And there is this victory, there is this movement that's coming forward. So normally this is a 10, which is endings and beginnings. And I feel like October 6th is an important date for you, where things really begin to transform and transition in October. It just feels so fortunate, and it feels like you're just like, all right, some things are starting to unfold, some things are starting to manifest. You're seeing the blooming of the tree and the fruit forming, and some fruit is ripe and you see other fruit is coming, and it just feels very, it's almost like springy energy for you, even though I know we're northern hemisphere, we're moving into fall, southern hemisphere, they're moving into spring. So there's this beautiful energy with the equinoxes too. It's very much a harvest type of feel coming in here for you, Magician. So I like it for you, and that's what they have for you right now. All right, and then Grace 1111, who is coming towards you. Let's take a look here. Let's see what Spirit wants you to know here. Well, we've got a little bit of temperance happening here, which is one of the patient, slow movement cards, going back and forth between the two. So there is this alchemy that's happening, this unfolding that's happening. And the Seven of Cups, there is this, the reason things are slow is you're figuring out what you want regarding love, regarding what you do want, what you don't want, because the Seven of Cups represents like an obstacle in the route of your love flow. And whatever this is, this pause that's happening is giving you time to sort those things out. The Eight of Cups comes after the Seven of Cups. It's amazing how that works, right? But Eight of Cups is flow, leaving behind emotions that no longer serve, even relationships that no longer serve. And the Seven of Cups is that you're in the middle of a flow. There's this big cup that's keeping you from moving forward, going, okay, this is the thing that I can leave behind that no longer serves. I'm ready for this movement away from it so that I can move forward into something. Because then you go to the Nine of Cups after that, which is emotional wish fulfillment, dreams come true. So a big piece of what's happening now is figuring out, what is this emotional obstacle that that's been holding back the floodwaters of love, and what can I do to, move forward with that? So I do like that for you, Grace. If I'm not sure if it's subconscious, like old, well, Seven of Cups, 7 years old and younger. You might try, if you haven't checked it out, my Take 10 with Zen, episodes 4 and 5 talk about our energies and fated events and things like that. Um, and they might give you some tools to help release this block that's there, this thing that's holding you back from allowing you to move towards love and for love to come towards you as well. So that's what's coming in for you, Grace. So many blessings to you. And then Lynx Lee. Hello, hello. And you would like a love reading. Let's see. What does Spirit want you to know around love right now? Anything else on the bottom of the deck? Oh, okay. Oh, and then you get the Page of Cups too. And and the King of Wands and the King of Swords. Right. So you started off, I'll start off with the two cards. You had the Queen of Wands, which is really stepping into your power and connection to the spirit world. And then the Strength card, too, which is turning inward and upward and connecting to your higher self. So both of these have like the higher self indicated here, and the importance of this you know, uh, seeking the inner love that brings you these feelings of higher connection. It's all about the self-love because you got the Page of Cups, which you become the chalice. It's so important for you to turn inward and upward and expand your self-love because, of course, we can't love others or receive love from others more than to the extent we love ourselves. And that's the important piece of it because while we're doing that, we're raising our love vibration and drawing in someone here. And you've got the Queen of Wands because then you had on the bottom of the deck, you had the King of Wands too, which is your divine counterpart, someone who is equally connected and equally in a different way too. You have the cups, emotions, and the air that are added in here. So, but you have this commonality of your spiritual thirst and this spiritual connection here because we have the mind here with the King of Swords. They've got a lot of mental ability. You might even meet this person in pursuing kind of new education, new you know um new ways of looking at things. But there definitely is this importance here of if we don't connect to that beautiful higher love for ourselves, no matter how much love someone wants to give us, there's just going to be drops, drip, drip, drip coming in instead of the flood of love they want to give. And no matter how much love we want to give them, it's just going to, drip, 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 drip out. So it's so important. Continue expanding this inner love, letting go of the old mindsets that no longer serve us, the expectations, the supposed tos, the shoulds, let go of the old emotions that no longer serve, because it does bring in this amazing counterpart that feels like just a beautiful soulmate because it's of the same suit as us. So the king and the queen of wands, beautiful, beautiful joining together of passionate, spiritual type energy as well. So that is what is coming in for you, Linksley. So many blessings to you. All right. So I still have quite a few more to go. Let me take a look here because I'm going to be headed off here momentarily to head over to my praying mantis session. And I'm just going to take some screenshots here. So Marie Jones, you were going to be the next free reading, and if I think I have enough here where I'll probably pop on here after I eat and after my praying mantis session. I will come back on and finish out the free readings because I know those are important. But I survive off of survive. The donations is how I make my living, and so that I can eat. And so thank you guys so much for all the donations. Those definitely do help. And sorry, I'm just trying to do two things at once, which you know how that goes. Just make sure where I got down to here. and then I will pop back on. If you need immediate answers in the meantime, of course, I have a ton of pick a cards available. I mean, if you haven't checked out the Moon Day Mondays and the Take 10 with Zen and the pick a card for the week, those are great places to start because they have the energy of this week. So that is very helpful as well. All right, let me go down to here. Let me just capture that. All right. And thank you for your patience as I do work through getting the free readings out to everyone. I appreciate all the thumbs up, all the wonderful thirst that you have for hearing from spirit. And Of course, you guys are all subscribing, which does help spread the Zen love, and all the thumbs up also help spread the Zen love. You get to be part of the Love Tsunami. So I appreciate all that. Real quick here are links to, of course, we're going through some beautiful Aries energy today. Here's the Moon Day Monday from this week. Here's the Take 10 with Zen for Tuesday about toxicity. Is it us who are toxic or them? And here's the pick a card I was talking about too, just for ease of access. Also, oh yeah, I can't forget, I do have monthly drawings, and we are almost to the end of the month. Can you believe it? So if you haven't taken a look there, here's the link to the announcement of the monthly drawings and how you can get into them. There's 3 different ways to win and 3 different drawings, so be sure to check that out. And if you are interested in booking a personal reading with me, I have 50% off my pre-recorded personal readings, which is where you send me what your questions are. I record it and send you a link to the video. And then I have Hedges of Peace and Love and also Wishing Upon an Astro reading. So those are 50% off the rest of the year because I love you guys. So that is it for now. I'm going to head off to my Praying Mantis session. If you'd like to join me, it's $7.99 a month to be a Praying Mantis member. Gives you access to all the free sessions I have after the free readings. And then also we have a Thursday night Q&A for a couple hours where we pull cards. We talk about spirit, about myself. People, I answer questions about myself. I don't talk about myself. And we do a bunch of other things too. And then also you have advanced access to the following week's Moon Day Mondays, Take 10 with Zen, and the pick a cards too. So if you're interested, I'll see you soon. If not, I'll see you when I see you. I will be back this evening at 6 p.m. So in about 5 hours, I'll return for my evening session. And like I said, I'll pop on for probably a short video to finish up the free readings I did not this morning. So until I see you, just know every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the mother and the father of all things, our creator. And of course, I love you guys too. So until I see you again, enjoy the rest of your day or night, wherever you may be in the world. And until I see you, much love to you. You hang in there, and you guys take care.